Hello, everybody. So, I'm not on the other side of the camera today. I have an assistant. My partner Spencer is filming for me today, so it gives me free hands to be able to point things out to you. So, there's been a little bit of changes here at the house. Recently, David and Michael came for an impromptu visit to meet with the contractor to go over what is going to happen in the next few phases of Gay Gardens. These are kind of critical things that need to be gone over because we're getting to the stages where electrical has to go in, walls have to go up, HVAC systems need to go in. So you kind of have to make decisions now before you put the walls in, because going backwards now would kind of be futile. So let's go inside. I'm going to show you some of the changes that they've decided to make that are going to be happening here shortly. So let's go inside. So one of the biggest changes that happened while David and Michael were here is this room, which was completely compacted with stuff still from when Mrs. Ward lived here, is now, as you see, completely clean. So you can actually see the floors now. You can see the hearth over here, which I don't think I've actually ever seen completely empty. Which is kind of nice. So that's a big change. You can really see the size of this room now. I mean, this is a decent sized room. It's not small. And of course, it has still it has no walls, but that's okay. So one of the biggest changes that has come about in this latest visit with David and Michael is the decision to replace all these wood windows with new wood windows. So unfortunately, these windows are not in the best of shape. As you can see, this one's actually broken. Energy-wise, old windows like this are not energy efficient. They're single pane glass, they're drafty, and these storm windows are also starting to show the end of their life. So the decision was made to replace them all with the windows that were put on the back of the house that you saw in one of the other videos. So they are still going to be wooden windows, but they are going to be energy efficient, double pane glass, the whole 9 yards. So that's going to make this house much more energy efficient than it would be with these old windows. We're going to try and save the moldings because these are the original moldings of the house. It's going to be a little tricky because you can see here that they have these really old, thick cut nails, which when you pull them out can sometimes damage the wood because they're so, big and they've been in there for, 140 some years. So we're going to do our best to save those. Now, as for decisions for the rest of the house, the guys have met with David Butler. They've decided the layouts of the bathrooms down here. And we've also decided on the layout of the bathrooms. And just real quick, so Michael was here scrubbing his little heart out to get all this dirt and junk off this banister. So it is now actually clean. You can touch it and you can actually feel the wood and you're not feeling like dust and stuff. He just had to get in here and clean. As everyone knows, this room was a bathroom and has always been a bathroom, and it was always going to be a bathroom. But the problem now is here. So originally when we started this was the step up into the bathroom. Now we have higher ceilings downstairs, which means a higher floor up here. So what we've decided to do, and this is going to be kind of interesting, and I'm going to try to explain it the best I can. This is going to be cut in a little bit. So there'll be a step into the room. And this doorway will actually be a little wider. Okay. So you'll actually step up and step into the room. Because the guys didn't want to make this bathroom inaccessible to that bedroom in the very front of the house, which is also the bedroom they stayed in when they first came to Gay Gardens many years ago to do an article on Mrs. Ward. Now, a decision could have been made to make this, which was an existing window when the house was originally built, a doorway. So that would give this room a bathroom of its own use. And we could have made the front room an ensuite. But after some talking, they decided they wanted to leave the bedrooms as they were and make this still accessible to both of these bedrooms. Now, over here will be a little different, so we'll go over there next. This was, again, a sewing room that Mrs. Ford used. Very small room, had a lower ceiling. Now it has a much higher ceiling, a little more usable. Now, you'll see this was actually the window opening from when the house was originally built. They will frame this back out, and this will still remain the doorway. But I believe the guys have decided they want to put a second window in. So there's currently one window here, which is code. But they want to add another one because they feel this room's a little dark. So I think they're going to add a little bit more lighting in here, which I think will definitely make the room a lot more cheery, a lot brighter. It'd be nice. And then, again, all the windows in the house will be this now. So this, I think, will be very nice. And these are still appropriate for the house. They're wooden. They're the same style as what is here. They still have the nice locks and everything on them. I'd open them, but they're still screwed shut for shipping purposes, and we're going to leave them like that for right now for security. And now we're going to go outside and I'm going to show you something else that's happening. It's not much has happened in this room. That's still pretty much the same. The kitchen, we're still waiting on the designer to make a concept for the guys to kind of look at. I do think this doorway is coming out just to make it just an opening instead of having this door. Don't worry, we're going to save this door. It will be used somewhere else in the house. There's going to be a little deck situation here. And right here is what I wanted to show you. So they are trenching electrical lines from the main house over to the outbuildings. So over here's obviously the smoke house, which will become a little workshop. And they are actually trenching electrical over here, so there will be power to this building in the near future. And then eventually there will be power run over to the barn. Not sure when, but probably in the near future. But that's going to be a long lead line to go out to that barn. So I don't have a whole lot to show you today, but I just want to give you an update on what's going on and some of the things that are coming in the future. So, stay tuned for the next video. If you haven't yet, like and subscribe so you can get all the updates. And always, if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to put them in the comment section. We'll be happy to answer them. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Have a nice day.
Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button.